All right, so XXXtentacion recently signed a $6 million deal with Capitol Records. Very recently, now he got on Instagram stories and said he's terminating his deal with Capitol Records. I'm not a signed artist and I will not be releasing music for a very long time. I'm tired of this shit. What happened? How did this deteriorate so quickly?
I have no idea. I reached out to him to try to figure out what's going on. This is just...
Nigga ain't even answer?
He ain't answer yet. I mean, I reached out like 2 hours ago. Relax, man. But again, I don't know what this is. I'm going to probably assume this is some emotional stuff. You sign a contract. I know Birdman has or popularized this, any contract could be recontracted, but if you're signed to a $6 million deal, I'm guessing it's finalized if it's been announced. Billboard heard it was finalized. You just don't back out of it by just saying, I don't want to do it. Now, perhaps he could not release music. That wouldn't be to his advantage. He has a lot of attention on him. He sold 87,000, which I still think that's underappreciated in the culture. Because you dropped an album on Empire. 87,000 records there. Huge deal. He has to continue the momentum. I don't think he's going to not release records for a long while, and I'm assuming a long while means years. So this, I believe, is something, it's some emotional reaction to some shit that happened. No way he's not, or he's backing out of that deal.
So he might change his mind in like 2 days and let us know.
Yeah, and also, I think we're on the belief that part of the reason he signed the deal is the upcoming trial, securing his family future. I don't see why, unless he feels 2 days in his artistic integrity is compromised. I don't think that.
Joe, you got a hot take for us?
No, but we know how record contracts work, so they're not that easy to escape.
One thing he did say, though, he says all his contracts, and especially he mentioned this Capitol Records deal, he says he writes out. I'm not too sure if he wrote out maybe it wasn't a contract. I don't know. I never heard of someone writing their own contract with a record label.
Wait.
This is what he said on his Instagram.
Slow down. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you properly. Honestly. No, I'm serious. Say what you just said again.
He says, and this is what he said on Instagram while explaining his deal. He says, all my contracts...
Why is he explaining his deal on Instagram to anybody?
Well, first of all, his fan base has heard him said in the past that he'll never sign. So he'll never sign to a label. So when he signed, they're like, oh, you too? Right? Okay. So he was saying, hey, listen, I have all the freedoms that I need to, like I was independent. And you have to realize I got a shit ton of money, but I wrote out my contract, blah, blah. That was his way of explaining.
He did not. All right. I don't think he meant he handed in a handwritten contract by him.
No, not handwritten, but I think he meant like he either dictated all the terms. He told me also verbatim, I wrote out my contract.
I don't think that contracts are that easy to escape, number one. Number two, and I get so mad when artists are rocking and holding up their label flag proudly, and then 2 months after their album drops, then they share my viewpoints. I hate my label. I want to leave. I want to go. I hate that shit. If the deal was $6 million in totality, they 100% are not letting this kid out of that deal. And that's where the major label game gets tricky, because I'm sure he's seen something that makes him say, I want to get out.
2 days in?
Whatever he saw. I don't know what's going on, and I don't speak to him. I don't know. But he's telling us he wants to get out. We know Capitol is not letting him out. The only leverage you have here is to not release your music. That is cutting your nose to spite your face if you do not release music. And I don't know if this is true so much today. Well, I'll have to see, because today we have so many outlets. But if an artist does not release music at a consistent basis, the fans are moving on. They're going to somebody else. And then your value,
big example of that.
Yeah, your value is dropping. And XXX has done so much to add value to his career over the past year and a half, 2 years. So he's done a lot to damage it too, though. So I mean, we'll see. I'm interested to see how it plays out. But all of these new niggas, like now more than ever, we have so many people telling you, why are you trying to get a record deal? Why are you trying to relinquish your rights? Why are you trying to be a slave? We probably have more people saying that now than I've ever heard in hip hop. So I don't feel bad when I see stories like that. You do it to yourself. You took the bag, take what comes with the bag.
$6 million is a bag.
He didn't get $6 million.
He told me he got more.
Rappers are liars. And I keep trying to tell you that, and you never believe me.
No,
Rappers have identity
Rappers are professional
crisis.
liars. I've always said
They're
that.
liars. Some of them are bad liars. They're just bad. Anytime a rapper says something to the public, assume that it's a different version. Except for me.
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
few people that just gonna give it to you.